I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia or watching Not-Stalgia on YouTube. The podcast that your parents won't get for you no matter how much you beg them to.
Dang.
Is there anything you begged your parents for you never got, Kate?
No, not really. My parents were always pretty good about getting me stuff that I wanted. But
and
I also
you didn't
beg for much.
I imagine, yeah. Well, Kate, I often got what I wanted. But here's an instance where I did not. A rare instance, but as a grown man, I could finally get things for myself.
Hooray.
Kate, what do you see before you?
Whoa! I see Leonardo the Great. This is Leonardo DiCaprio. He is on a cover of Nickelodeon magazine. I think that if Leonardo DiCaprio today were romantically interested in this Leonardo DiCaprio, though, he'd be like, a little too old.
What else do you see? What else we got on this cover?
We got the splashy water issue. I don't know what that is. That doesn't seem good. That seems like something that goes wrong with your plumbing. There's a comic book inside. Kablam is here.
Do you know their names, the Kablam kids? Let's see if you can do it.
Harold and Maude.
Close.
Henry and June.
Yeah, well done. This is the May 1998 issue. Kate, put on your cans for a second.
These?
Let's check out the commercial for this magazine.
Okay.
A great advertising campaign.
You're on a mission to get Nickelodeon magazine. It's packed with celebrity interviews and comics and puzzles and great stuff to collect. But only a real live grown-up can call to order it for you. Of course, you can think of a nice, polite way to ask.
So you really want this magazine, but your parent has to order it for you. It's not
just like
it's not on newsstands, right? Like.
Oh, good point. I don't know. Probably not.
I swear to God.
In any quantity. Uh-oh, you just saw a slime-covered cake. So you are aware that I was cooking up some sort of slime-related treat last night, but you don't know what it is yet. It was not that slime cake.
There's a mysterious grocery bag in our fridge covering something, and I found some green food dye, and I'm very worried for myself.
What do you think of this?
These kids are punks. These parents are just trying to enjoy their day, work, do whatever they need to do. These kids are like, I'm in Nickelodeon magazine. I'm gonna frighten you. No.
I was great at begging my parents for stuff, but for some reason I never ended up with this. Maybe I just didn't ask enough because it was, after all, a magazine.
A magazine.
And I would have to read it. And other than Captain Underpants, I was not a big reader as a kid. Well, Kate, Nickelodeon, it's been around since the late 70s. It came into its own in the mid-80s as what we know it as today, this sort of orange kid attitude, kid-oriented monstrosity of a TV network. They created a magazine in 1990, and they had 2 issues that you could only get by buying them at Pizza Hut. So those were not available for subscription. They took a break for a couple years, and then in 1993, they began actually publishing it on a regular basis by subscription. It started out as 4 times a year, then it was every other month, and then by the end of 1995, they were 10 issues per year, and they remained that way for most of the rest of their publication history, which ended in 2009, but then they were briefly resurrected in 2015 and 16, and then went away again. There were 159 total issues. The editor of the 2 1990 Pizza Hut issues, Kate, was R.L. Stine.
Oh, good for R.L.
Later of Goosebumps fame. He didn't write the first Goosebumps till 1992. So.
Wow.
Then it was Laura Galen from 1993 to 2007. You know, our issue is from that era.
What a long-lived career.
And we're not going to get to the later era, but after that, it was Julie Winterbottom from 07 to 09, and then Greg Herzog was the editor during the revival in 15 and 16. I did not have this magazine. I wanted it because that commercial was playing nonstop as a child. I kind of wanted it. Not enough to demand it enough to get it. But I did have Disney Adventures, which is a competing magazine. I was subscribed to that briefly. A relative must have gotten it for me, and it was okay. We'll do an episode on that in the future. But I figure what we can do, I've gotten my hands on an issue kind of from the prime era of this magazine's run, 1998. You would have been 8. I would have been 7. Perfect age for this issue, for this children's magazine. Our issue that I got on eBay says the original person who was the subscriber is Nicole Bush. So I figure what we'll do today, Kate, is you can look through this issue and then we could scroll through the covers just so you can get a feel for what kind of stuff they were, covering. And then we'll eat the treat.
The treat.
The treat that I made based on a recipe from Nickelodeon magazine.
Oh, good God.
Ready? So why don't you go ahead and take a gander.
I'm just going to peruse this magazine. Golly. There's just even the ads are so nostalgic. You know what I mean? Like, this is just so wacky.
What is this an ad for?
It's an ad for a game,
Oh,
I guess,
but it's like
that you can get from a cereal box
it
in
is-
Waffle Crisp and Golden
You cut
Crisp.
the cereal box, I think, to make the game. So they're trying to get you to buy the cereal.
All right, should I just jump right in? Or
Why
should
not?
I-
Anything
I'm
stick
gonna-
out to you from the
Here's
table of
something called
contents?
Lifestyles of the Wet and Famous. Stars gush about water.
We got Julia Louis-Dreyfus, because I guess Seinfeld was coming to an end.
Yep.
Okay, what do we got? An ad for the Flintstones. I Yabba Dabba Do. Who's getting... Oh, it's Pebbles and Bam Bam getting married, maybe?
Ew, what?
An
They're
adult?
children.
No.
Those are kids.
They're grown. Look at them there, Kate. They are grown.
Oh,
also,
God.
this is the 90s, so they would be like in their 40s practically by then.
Yes. Here's some letters to the editor. These are inscrutable. All right, we got...
the quest for Camelot.
Okay, so welcome to the water issue. I guess it's just about water?
Yeah, I think they need to pick a theme sometimes, just because they had to make 159 of these.
I guess.
Like, eventually, you really are
Tyler,
running out of themes.
Would you rather surf the ocean or surf the web? What do you think?
I think you know the answer to that question.
I-
How about you? What would you rather do?
I think I would rather surf the ocean, but I can't tell.
I will tell you, you got to think of this from 1998. Surfing the web in 1998 was
Oh,
pretty
that's true.
pretty
That's
neat.
pretty lame.
It wasn't just full of misinformation.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, Magic
Ooh,
Shell.
Magic Shell. That kind of makes me hungry.
I think the ads are the best part of this, aren't
They definitely are. Magic Shell is great and definitely.
Do they still make it?
Still slaps.
They still make Magic Shell? We
I
should
don't
get some.
know. You got Jack Johnson, Lost in Space. I don't know who that is. You got John Goodman of the Borrowers and the Blues Brothers fame.
The Borrowers. Did you ever
Do
see
you
that?
sing in the
That's a good
shower?
one.
They ask him, and he says, "Yeah, I'm a pretty good baritone."
Hillary Tuck from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show.
So they're just asking them about water.
Yeah. Countess Vaughn from Moesha. Yeah, they're just interviewing some celebs, Kate, just with a 2-question
What
interview.
is this thing?
Did you ever see Flubber? The Robin Williams Flubber? Look, you can cut him out and what? Stand him up? It's a flubber made out of paper. Flubber's
Alright,
whole
so-
gimmick is that he was rubbery and fun.
So now we've got a quiz about water. So Tyler, what's an estuary?
Does it give me multiple choice?
An accountant who works for deep sea divers.
Nope.
A body of water where a river meets an ocean.
Pretty sure that's it.
Or an underwater farm where they breed lobsters.
I'm gonna go B.
I think you're right. So here's just a bunch of questions about water. Oh, and there's more. Like, it's just a weird water-related quiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you noticed the mascot of Nickelodeon magazine? This
He's
little
a little
dog,
pup.
Zelda.
Oh, here we go. This is the Curate Design It, Sign It. Kids across the country could be wearing it. Design your own bandage contest. Golly.
That's pretty
Come on,
cool.
Tyler. You could have written in for this.
I know. Well, talk to my parents. They wouldn't get me Nickelodeon magazine.
Funky repeat patterns work best. Please no vertical stripes.
Why?
We got so many in last year's contest they made us dizzy. No logos or licensed characters allowed. Here's some information about submarines, I guess. Marine biologist Sylvia Earle has lived for weeks at a time in underwater labs. All right, that's actually kind of cool. Good for Sylvia.
See,
And
this
that,
is good content for children.
I guess, yeah, look, this is 3 women. We got a woman in STEM. We got the distance swimmer, which is pretty sweet.
She swam. She's the first person to swim nonstop from Cuba to Florida.
Yeah.
Wow. Susie Maroney.
And then you got a surfer. So this is not so bad.
See, this isn't what you associate with Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I'm not mad about this.
You would have enjoyed this article as an
I think I would
8-year-old.
have, actually, yeah.
Maybe you should have had Nickelodeon magazine.
Man, so they're interviewing Susie Maroney about her 24-hour swim. And it's like, what's it like to swim for so many hours straight? And she says, I usually start hurting after about 5 hours.
Wow.
How do you cope with the loneliness? I sing Madonna or go through an episode of Seinfeld, scene by scene, to make myself laugh.
Here's a Lunchables and Goosebumps ad where some undead people are coming, hands sticking out of a cemetery to eat Lunchables.
Then we have something called He Failed the 7 Seas.
Murdinan Flagellin.
This is like a little word puzzle.
And then on the other side, what do we have? Bathroom protest songs?
Yeah. Sing the next time you have a bathroom grievance. You want to sing one?
We Shall Not Be Bathed. Go ahead, Kate.
This one doesn't line up that well, I feel like.
If I Had a Hammer sung too. If I Had a Hammer. Go ahead.
And you know I love it. If I had a hammer.
Give it a try.
If this room had a door lock, I'd lock it in the morning. I'd lock it in the evening. Stay out of the can. I'd lock out my siblings. I'd lock out my parents. I'd lock out my mom, my dad, my brothers, and my sisters. Stay out of the can.
Well,
You never thought
I didn't.
that this podcast would include my bathroom protest song.
No.
And then
Do you want to play Rascal?
There's something called Rascal. It's a 3D action adventure game, and the tagline is "Give history a wedgie."
Yeah, this looks amazing.
Oh.
That'll be a future episode. I've never even heard of that game.
All right, then we got Picture Yourself in Hollywood. These are wild. Just the way that these children's proportions are
in these ads.
Proportioned is not good. Here's how much water something consumes in a day.
I could go for a spree candy.
Oh, there we go. There's a human. I was like, where's the human? All right, what else?
Can you find the real Gatorade flavors?
Oh, here's some interesting information about the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, here, you can do this yourself. It says to put up your finger and then take a picture of your finger.
Oh, they're teaching us how the Loch Ness Monster was faked?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Planet Lunch Points.
This is a lot.
I don't remember this.
It's
yeah,
like
so it's like Pepsi
box
points, but
tops or
for
something.
Cheetos and stuff.
Okay. Then we got some information about sunken junk.
Okay,
now
so
we got a comic.
Comics were a big part of this magazine that you know.
All right, so let's see.
Oh, and Batman-shaped macaroni and cheese.
Yes. All right, so here's protozoa funnies.
That's clever.
Just some protozoa
You know,
interacting.
it's got no words. It's kind of unique.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
You seem skeptical.
This has got a lot of words, though.
Southern Fried Fugitives.
I'm a little worried about that.
Ooh, Anastasia now on home video. This is Sam Hill and Ray 9, the radio-controlled dog.
And now we have a full page ad.
For Nesquik.
Nesquik. And a sumo wrestler. This is a lot for me to take in.
Wow, look at this comic.
This gives me like Keith Haring vibes.
This is
like
cool.
This, yeah.
Walk This Way by John Accurso.
That one's pretty cool, actually.
Just like little legs.
Honestly, you could frame this. You could put it on a wall.
Also,
I like this.
Ernie, the Keebler Elf, is lost in time.
There's a lot of advertising.
Every other
media.
page
There's
is an
just
ad.
so much.
Oh, here's Cat Dog.
So much ads.
You've seen Cat Dog.
I have. They're a cat and a dog, and they're stuck together by their butts. Uh-oh. Tyler, I think you need to make an Animorphs truth teller.
Oh man, it's like one of those things that's all folded up.
Yeah,
You can cut it
like
out.
fortune teller.
That's cool. So this is a good gimmick that so far we've seen a couple things you can cut out.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, this is one of those.
Look at that Animorph.
Yeah, that's the, what are their names?
Rachel, Jake, Tobias.
No, he's Axe, but they have the alien Yurgnerts or something.
Yurtnerts?
Something like that.
Tyler, you
I'm
cannot
way
say
off.
the word Yurtnerts.
We need an Animorphs fan to write in.
Alright, here's a quiz saying, do you live underwater?
Are you under a lot of pressure? Are your tears salty? Do you spend your days in a school? Does everyone love to sponge off of you?
Alright, calm down. Some interesting information about plumbing. Like,
They-
where does the water go after you flush the
What
toilet?
do they do? Ask a plumber? Is that
Yeah.
Do you notice that they're telling us that this is
Real.
real information?
Oh, wow. You know what? Twitter could really take a page out of Nickelodeon's magazine here. I cannot believe.
The editorial standards and
For
truth-telling
Nickelodeon magazine
was
are
more...
higher than what we're getting from Twitter, Facebook, anything else. Jesus Christ.
There's an ad for Nick.com.
Why does tap water taste different in different parts of the country? That's so interesting.
Is it okay for an animal to drink out of the toilet bowl?
Yeah.
Comes from the same pipes.
Why
It
is
doesn't mean it's a
water-
good idea.
Why is water sometimes brown when it comes out of the tap?
Wow, look at this. Your pet can't drink out of the toilet, not only because of the disgusting waste product, human waste that goes in it, but also the disinfectant that cleans it. So it's either too dirty or too clean.
All right, now we got a little pet comic.
Yeah, here's Zelda. Zelda Van Gutters, the little dog, in some sort of bizarre Photoshop comic.
That is kind of weird. What is this, like a little word search type
So
thing?
it's full of idioms,
Yeah.
right? These are all images that represent idioms. So go jump in a lake. There's a kid jumping in a lake. They've circled that one for us. Packed like sardines. All right, that was clever.
Teach kids about idioms.
Oh, we got Wishbone, an ad for you can order Wishbone books right here, right now. This is amazing.
Now we got some information about humpback whales. Awesome.
What are these revolting but true facts?
Yep. When you flush the toilet, tiny droplets of water fly into the air. Camel's poop has so little water it could be used to fuel a fire.
Oh, here's what I would have loved as a kid. These are
Okay.
prank labels you cut out and add to things.
Okay.
So like, what do we got?
Peck's bodybuilding shampoo. We got Irish Sing, which is a soap, I guess. We got Toast.
Like toast soap that's supposed to... So you cut that out and tape it over the soap. And your parents are like, why did I subscribe to this magazine for you? The indignity.
And we got a calendar.
Here's the May 1998 calendar. May is National Egg Month.
Wow. National Herb Week begins.
What's going on with James Brown here? Oh, it's his birthday on
There you go.
May 3rd.
All right. Ooh, now we got
this
the
is-
Leonardo DiCaprio test.
So his face being on the cover, I thought that implied he was interviewed. It doesn't appear that he was interviewed for this.
No, it's just trivia.
It's Leo facts. Oh look, a talent agent wanted Leonardo to change his name to A. Michelangelo DiCaprio, B. Lenny Bruce, C. Lenny Williams. I don't know where the answers are though.
Well, it's not Lenny Bruce, and it's probably not Michelangelo DiCaprio.
Oh, here's a real fact.
There we
DiCaprio versus Da Vinci. They named him after Leonardo da Vinci. Take a look at how they both line up, Kate. This is almost
There
like a
you go.
conspiracy theory thing.
Right?
Both were only children. Last name means from Capri. Last name means from Vinci.
All right. Then we got Leo World.
Leo lovers see their idol everywhere. For example, a little old lady in Leona, New Jersey, claims to have seen his face on the surface of a cinnamon bun. What?
You can order Rugrats for your mailbox.
Oh man, you get a Rugrats,
Rugrats
comic.
comic.
Love it.
Then we got Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
So they did talk to Julia
profile of her.
Louis-Dreyfus, yeah.
What's the funniest line you ever said on Seinfeld? Julia Louis-Dreyfus says, "There was one episode where I had to say to Jerry, I can't keep coming into this stinking apartment every 10 minutes to pour over the excruciating minutia of your every single daily event."
When people centuries from now watch Seinfeld, what will they think of our culture? They will be disgusted.
Do you love the Dick Van Dyke Show? Makes sense. Now we got Pearl Jam. Then we got
More Nick.com ads.
Nick.com.
Here's Ooze News.
Oh god.
This is Nickelodeon news specifically.
That seems like a lot.
Oh, Action League Now, classic.
I don't know what that is. You made me watch that yet.
Well, they were a segment on Kablam and then they got a spin-off. We'll get to it
Oh,
eventually.
here's the real Henry
Oh,
and
look,
June.
these are the kids who play them? That's interesting.
Cool.
And look at this. Here's the president of Nickelodeon, Herb
Herb.
Scannell.
What you up to?
They ask him, does he believe in aliens? And has he ever been on a vacation he did not enjoy? I went to Philadelphia once. I wanted to stay at a modern hotel with a TV, but my parents had us staying in an old-fashioned bed and breakfast. I remember getting in trouble for complaining.
Wow, what a punk.
Does he believe in aliens? No. Wow, lame. All right, here we go. What's new on Nick? Oh, the Mother's Day Rugrats. That'll mess your life up, Kate. We'll have to watch it eventually.
Okay.
It's where you see Chucky's mom in a flashback, his dead mom.
Yeah, she's dead.
Another R.L. Stein ad. Interesting.
Then we've got the first two women to referee a National Basketball Association game. Pretty
Interesting.
great.
Oh, Kate, here's some jokes. Ready? Are potato chips good swimmers? Yes, they're made for taking dips.
Can we go back to the historic moment where two women are reffing an NBA game?
What do trout fishermen do to relax, Kate? They read a good brook. This is exactly how I would have reacted as a kid. Not because it's two women, but because it's about sports.
Right now, baby. We got all the answers to everything.
Oh, these are the answers to the Leo quiz. We gotta flip back and
Okay.
forth to see it.
That's a lot. All right.
And here's an ad for, I believe, what was new at the time, the Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bar. All right, Kate. Oh, and what is this? Oops, all berries on the back? Yes, amazing. We had that. We tried that in our Captain Crunch episode.
me. I
It's the
remember.
best one.
Yeah. All right.
Now the
so-
peanut butter one was the one that was the best one, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, the peanut butter was yummy.
Before we have our snack, Kate, I think you should do a little scroll here.
Of what?
These are all the covers. So this will just give you an idea. Over as the decade that we are so obsessed with here, on this podcast, unfolded, the 1990s, you can kind of chart what kids were interested in, or at least what the people who ran Nickelodeon magazine thought kids were interested in by seeing these covers. Go ahead and take a look.
All
Take
right,
a scroll
let's see.
through. Starting with the two 1990 issues. Sorry.
Chevy Chase. He's mean now.
Chevy Chase is on the front of the first issue.
All right. Then we got Kid and Play.
And then when we jump to the actual, the real first issue, Ren and Stimpy.
Then we got Wayne's World.
Here's Bill Clinton as a kid. That's
I was
interesting.
gonna say that was like John Wayne Casey. Pet issue. We got Billy the Kidder.
Is that?
That's Billy Crystal, my guy.
Oh.
Look at him looking so young.
And check out Elijah Wood over there after
Yeah. Oh my God. Why is he here? What was he in?
Sadly, you'd have to get that issue. I could only find
Little
one.
baby.
Hey, there's Pete and
Then we
Pete.
got what else we got? We got a sports issue. We got the Pete's.
Oh, your favorite actor,
Oh.
Jim Carrey.
Oh, I feel nauseous just looking at him.
There's Val Kilmer as Batman.
We got Boys to Men.
Hey, there's Boy Meets World. Oh, you know what's actually, I think, kind of good about this whole thing? They have a cover story about Boy Meets World. That's not a Nickelodeon show.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't just a promotional tool.
Okay.
I mean,
Look
it was.
out. We got JTT is HOT. Oh no.
Oh, James and the Giant Peach.
Well, we got Whitney Houston. Oh, R.I.P.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell.
She was, her and Nickelodeon did a bunch of stuff together.
Huh.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Ooh, Tim Allen. Ew.
Oh, okay, wait. Is he Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah. So cute.
When he was a child actor.
She's just a baby.
Oh, Alicia Silverstone is Batgirl.
Robin Williams. Oh, R.I.P.
There's Keenan and Kel and Good Burger. There's Rosie again.
Rosie's back, man.
Yeah, she was
We
like
got
hosting
Drew
the Kids' Choice
Barrymore.
Awards. Yeah.
Poor Drew. Those were not good times for her, I don't think. What else
The
we got?
Rugrats movie. There's Brandy.
Okay, we got Brandy.
Wild Thornberrys. Futurama. That's a little mature for Nickelodeon magazine.
Racy for the kids. We
Oh,
got Harry Potter,
Harry Potter.
on there. Got Tom Hanks. Brittany. Again, maybe not good times for her.
There's the Malcolm in the Middle issue.
Huh?
Alright, I think you've crossed into the year 2000.
Got Marion Jones.
Oh, Rugrats in Paris.
Oh, we got Shrek. Look out, Shrek's
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you're in 2001 now. Jimmy Neutron.
We got Harry Potter, but not book Harry Potter, movie Harry Potter.
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne.
Hugh Jackman. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've gone past my interest in Nickelodeon magazine, certainly. Look how old Harry Potter's getting. Now we're in 2004. Oh, even the Rugrats have aged.
Oh, the Rugrats have aged.
And there's Jamie Lynn Spears. Yeah, this is when he
What
came
is this
back.
called? Pig, goat, banana, cricket. I don't know what any
Kate,
of this
you're too
is.
far in the future. I have no idea.
I'm scared.
That's 2016.
What is this Gen Z stuff?
Yeah, I don't know what kids were into then.
It's really
And-
just a lot of SpongeBob.
Yeah, look at this.
and-
The final several issues of the original run are all SpongeBob. Oh, and there's Harry Potter again.
All right.
All right, you ready to try some food?
I'm a little worried because as we ascended the stairs to Podcast Central, you said, don't think of this as food, which I'm a little bit worried about. What is this? This is just a bucket. It's a beach bucket. What are you doing? What is the matter with you?
All right, this is from the August 1997 issue, Kate. Ooze ready for dessert.
Are you gonna make me eat out of this bucket? Tyler.
In case the yellow spoon is too much for you.
That's a shovel, Tyler. That's a children's sand shovel. That is not a spoon.
Look at the man eating it in the... Why did they use a grown man down there in the picture, do you think? Oh, man.
Did you have an adult to help you in the kitchen, Tyler?
Yes. I am an adult.
So, wait. What is this made of? I need you to talk me through this.
All right, Kate. So, it's this sand. You want to try some?
Yeah, let me try this.
Oh,
sand.
wow. You're going to eat the sand?
I mean, tell me what the sand is before
Oh,
I eat
it's
it.
Nilla wafers and graham crackers.
Okay.
Just pulsed in the food processor.
This seems like something they would sprinkle on at a high-end restaurant, so I'm gonna eat it.
Go ahead, have a little bit. I mean, that's just yummy cookie crumbs, right?
Okay, that's pretty
You
good.
can't go wrong there. But then underneath, if we
Why are you laughing so hard?
we dig a little, you'll get to the ooze
Tyler,
underneath.
why are we serving it in a bucket?
I don't know.
So what is the ooze?
The ooze is Cool Whip, instant vanilla pudding, and 30 to 40 drops of green food dye.
Am I gonna poop a weird color because of this?
30 to 40 drops for the whole bucket.
It's a big bucket. You're gonna feed
We're not
that
going
to
to
me
eat
right
the
now?
whole bucket. You gonna try some?
All right, go.
I haven't tried it yet. That might just be mostly Cool Whip, because that was the higher layer. What do you think?
It's soft. And for some reason, like the bottom of the crumbs is like very soggy. I guess
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because it's in contact. But why is it so? Why would they tell kids to make this?
I guess, it's Nickelodeon, Kate. They gotta have a gimmick. Now, this is like a parfait. There's layers upon layers of this in here. There's at least like 3 to 4
You
layers.
spent a lot of time making this downstairs on a Friday night.
Actually, not so bad.
It's not terrible. I find myself going back for more spoons.
I'm shocked. What a delicacy.
I'm just confused though as to why they would tell you to put it in a bucket.
It was August 1997, Kate. It was summer.
I am confused as to why there's a grown man eating.
Right off the shovel, too, in the picture.
I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of, if you ate this without the food coloring, it's kind of reminiscent of banana pudding, right?
Sure.
Because you got the Nilla wafer, you've got the Cool Whip.
Basically, it's a layer of pudding, a layer of Cool Whip, a layer of crumbs. Rinse and repeat.
So what am I getting on the top here? Cool Whip?
Yeah, the Cool Whip is probably the highest layer, but the Cool Whip is green and the pudding is green. Wow, I'm surprised how much of it you've eaten. Should I put the bucket back in the fridge?
Might have to.
We continue to eat out of this bucket this week.
I don't know if we should. How long do you think the bucket can survive?
I did wash the bucket thoroughly. It's funny, I know you were skeeved to see it be so green. The thing that skeeved me the most was the fact that it was a bucket. Just seemed dirty.
Getting out of the bottom.
Even though it's brand new.
Where's it? Where did you get a bucket from?
I bought it at the store.
What store?
Giant.
Giant has buckets.
Mm-hmm. In their seasonal section.
Here's what I learned.
Yeah.
I actually did learn about swimming across the ocean, and I did learn about being a marine biologist.
Mm-hmm.
I also learned that ads are relentless.
I mean, that's the real reason this magazine exists, is for all those advertisements. Would you have enjoyed this as a child?
I think I would have liked some of the elements, like...
I think it's actually a good mix of things you would have liked and things a normal kid would have liked.
That's so true.
No offense. A non-literary kid.
But I think, I think there's like elements that I would have liked about this, but don't laugh at me. I went through this phase in like 5th grade where my aunt gave me all of her old New Yorkers, and I kept them in my room, hoarded like treasure.
You read The New Yorker in 5th grade?
I don't think I was like reading it in the
traditional
sense. I think I liked to page through it and pretend I was just like my favorite aunt.
Wow. This explains a
Cool,
lot.
Cosmopolitan.
This explains everything. This is your origin story.
Yeah.
Oh.
I read the comics.
So would you have looked at a Nickelodeon magazine with you would have looked like that illustration on the cover of The New Yorker, nose up.
Maybe.
Do you think it wasn't? This is like The New Yorker for kids, though. All right, interesting. So you said this before about your reading books, too. You kind of skipped the middle phase, I feel like.
I think I might have.
Right? You went from board books to, actual books. You know what I mean, though. You weren't reading Wishbone, right? You skipped the chapter book phase. So maybe, magazines, same thing. You didn't need this baby's first magazine. You went right from highlights to The New Yorker. It's amazing. Overall, I feel like I love it. I wish I had this. I think if I had had this, it would have made me much more of a reader. It took me years to become someone who read more often.
That's true.
Because like I said earlier, and we'll have to do a Captain Underpants episode someday, but that was the only thing really that got me interested in reading, and this would have totally done it. It's got the comics, it's got the gross recipe, it's got the cutouts, and it's got some, as we saw, some actual interesting factoids.
Yeah, it's like when you hide that cut up zucchini in a brownie.
Speaking of Seinfeld. Well, Kate, thanks for taking a look at old Nickelodeon magazine. What are we going to do with this? We have one issue of Nickelodeon magazine.
We're going to recycle that.
There's not like a kid we know we can give it to?
What?
To a child.
It would really confuse the children.
Oh, because it's so out of date.
Yeah.
Should I put it in the little library at the end of our street? Perplex a child. Well, we have to get rid of this bucket, get rid of this magazine.
I'm going to go eat out of my bucket.
But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week.
It's actually pretty good. Or am I just having Stockholm Syndrome?
Hello, I'm Professor Flirk. Today we are conducting an experiment to see which is more stimulating, Nickelodeon magazine or a herring. Notice the subject reading Nickelodeon magazine is very amused, very entertained, while the subject reading the herring is, well, not. To get Nickelodeon magazine, have an adult call this number. You'll get 6 issues for $9.97. It has features like Ooze News, behind the scenes at Nickelodeon, interviews with really big stars, and a comic book you can't get anywhere else. While the herring just has kind of a fishy smell. Sure. Research clearly shows Nickelodeon magazine is a better choice. To get 6 issues for $9.97, give this number to the nearest adult and tell them to call. And do tell them about today's incredible experiment. On second thought, just give them the number.